Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a blessed day. This week's video is going to be 10 facts about Korea. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, restaurants deliver in Korea. I would say probably 95% of restaurants deliver in Korea. If you stay in Korea for long enough, you will have a food delivery app. There's about 4 or 5 of them that are really popular, and it's very convenient, and I love it. Especially I work late at night, so when I get home, I'll have some food waiting for me at the door. And the good thing about Korea is that there's no real crime here, so you can leave your food at the door while you're coming home, and it'll be there when you get there. So I really love that. The downfall of that, though, is that you have to spend a certain amount of money before the food can get delivered to you. They'd say you want a hamburger from McDonald's, Burger King, Mom's Touch, anything like that. You would have to spend at least 10 to 12,000 won before it can be delivered. That's the one downside about the food delivery apps. Number 2. In Korea, babies are already considered 1 year old when they are born. I don't know the tradition or reason behind this. My guess is Korea is a very old country, so they have a lot of old traditions. And with old country, kids in the old days didn't live long enough. So when they did turn 1, I guess they celebrated pretty extravagantly. And so that tradition just carried over into more industrial and modern times. So they have caterers, there's friends, family, it's a big party, there's videos. I've been to 2 of them since I've been here. My friend, her son turned 1, and it was a very nice party, a lot of people, very fun time. Number 3, I touched on this a little bit in my last video. If you want to, you can go back and look at that. But this, number 3, is it is perfectly legal to drink in Korea in public. So, as I said before, yeah, you'll go out and you'll see a group of people. It could be as early as 9 o'clock at night, could be as late as 4 o'clock in the morning, you never know. But you'll see these people and they will be stumbling drunk, even drinking while they're outside, walking back to their car or back to the taxi and stuff. So, yeah, it's very, very legal to drink in public in Korea. But the good thing is people are very responsible. Taxis are very reliable. Public transportation is very good in Korea. So there's not a lot of drunk driving accidents to my knowledge. But there are some. I've actually seen by my house. There's a guy that got stopped for drunk driving. But it is in Korea, so you always have to be careful, no matter where you are. Number 4, I found very funny to me. But, you know, everybody knows Apple and Samsung. Well, Samsung is a Korean company, and Apple is an American company. Apple actually has Samsung make the microchips that go into the Apple iPhones. So I found this very funny. The 2 biggest phone companies in the world sort of kind of help each other out. I'm sure Samsung gets compensated for their part in building Apple products. Number 5, plastic surgery in Korea is very, very popular. I think I read anywhere from 1/3 to 1/5 of women in Seoul alone have gone under the knife in some sort of way. The most popular form is double eyelids. So in Korea, it said 50% have double eyelids, and the other 50% don't have double eyelids. And those in the 50% that don't, a large portion of them get the surgery to get the double eyelids. I think I have a couple friends that have had double eyelid surgery. So it's very popular, especially among young women, because the beauty standards in Korea are very high. So people spend a lot of money to look good and have the right makeup, the clothes, hair, whatever you name. People want the highest form of that thing. Number 6 is a hard one, especially because I'm a teacher here. And number 6 is Koreans get less than 6 hours of sleep, and I totally believe that. Yeah, they get less than 6 hours of sleep a night. So, as a teacher at an academy, the children go to school, and then they get off of school, and then they go to academies until 9, 10 o'clock. So their whole identity is just to study. And so, especially like in the later periods with the middle school students, you can see it. It's hard to watch because, you just want them to be a kid, especially if you come from a Western culture. There's no academies really in Western culture. So, like, as bad as you want it to change, it's not going to change. You can come here with the mindset of trying to change something, but it's not going to change at all. And it's hard to see because I've had 11-year-old girl who has just the darkest circles under her eyes from lack of sleep. I've had students quit the academy because of stress. I've had them sleep just all the time in class. And as a teacher, I want them to be awake, but on the other hand, it's hard to see, so sometimes I kind of let it slide, even though I'm not supposed to. Number 7, relationships. Koreans want you to know that they're in a relationship. Actually, when I first got to Korea, a lot of the students asked, "Do you have a girlfriend?" In Korea, they ask that question, so the way that they talk to you changes. I don't know exactly how it changes, but it's some kind of relationship status that when they talk to you differently if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, or if you are single or solo as they call it. So yeah, couples, they will match a lot of things. Sometimes they'll match shoes, pants, shirt, jacket, hats, glasses, rings, earrings, whatever, even whole outfits. Especially, you'll see this really with college age students and like mid-20 students. Usually older people don't. I mean, they've been married for a long time. They don't do like modern, what the young kids do. But yeah, you'll definitely see a lot of couples matching. Number 8. Korean Wi-Fi and internet is the best in the world. I believe the data for cell phones is 5G. Korea is the only country that has 5G for cell phone data. And it is so amazing. I love it so much. There's actually some times where the Wi-Fi is too slow, and then you have to turn off the Wi-Fi and go straight to data. Because the Wi-Fi is so slow, you get used to having 5G. See, in America we don't have 5G, we have 4G. And once I got my Korean cell phone, my SIM card, I could notice an immediate difference. And eventually I will go back to America, and once I do, hopefully America will catch up and get 5G, because it's so amazing. I wish every country had it. Number 9, blood type. Like I said about the relationships, about the personal question, like, do you have a boyfriend, do you have a girlfriend? Koreans will ask what your blood type is. In the olden days, people used to be matched by their blood types. Like I said, I don't know the reason for this. Something traditional, maybe historical, behind this reason. But my belief is that, like, it's important to match blood types or compatible blood types. So, like, God forbid if something happens and they're losing a lot of blood, the doctors can save them, and then you can come and probably give them some of your blood and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting thing. A lot of students ask me, like, "Teacher, what's your blood type? Teacher, how tall are you? Teacher, do you have a girlfriend?" And they ask a lot of personal questions. It's not to be nosy, it's just their culture, and which I totally get, I respect it. And the simple thing to do is just answer it. Sometimes they won't understand if you go too into detail, but it's polite to just answer them anyway, because you want them to like you. In a way, you're kind of an ambassador to your country. So these students, how they view you will be how they view your country, where you come from. Number 10, last one. is sweet potatoes. Koreans love sweet potatoes. There's sweet potato snacks, sweet potato, I don't know if there's sweet potato drinks, but there are sweet potato toppings for pizza, hamburgers, whatever you can make into with sweet potato flavoring, they have. Personally, it's not my favorite, but I will eat it. It's a little too starchy, a little too much carbs for me. But I will eat it. It's good if you like that kind of thing. But in Korea, sweet potatoes are a little bit different than back in America. Sweet potatoes here are a little bit more starchy. They're not as sweet as they are like in America. Another thing that's really weird, and this is a side note to number 10, Koreans love corn on their pizza too. Love a lot of corn flavored dishes, a lot of corn dishes here in Korea. See, I love corn, but I don't particularly like it on my pizza. Like I said, I'll eat it. It's not a big deal. It's kind of satisfying when you bite into the pizza and the corn pops and stuff, but in Korea, when you go to restaurants, there's no substitutions. Like in America, in the West, you can substitute, like no tomatoes, no pickles, no ketchup. You can't do that at a lot of places in Korea, so you kind of just have to eat what they give you. Another thing with corn, there's a coffee shop here that actually has corn lattes or corn flavored lattes. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be drinking anyone's hot corn water, so do what you will with that information. But yeah, hot corn water is not on the top of my drink list. So yeah. Alright guys, that's it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. I hope you really learned something about Korea and Korean culture. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do it. God bless. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.